Happy fall season, everybody. This is one of my favorite times of the year because of all the beautiful trees and the coziness that comes with fall. So I'm super excited to show you how to paint a cozy latte today with watercolor. If you're new here, my name is Emily Winslow, and I'm a watercolor artist who loves to spread the joy of art to others. So for today's video, go ahead and grab your cozy drink while we paint a cozy drink. Let's go ahead and grab our paintbrushes and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and briefly go over what materials we're going to use in today's painting. So I usually have two brushes with me, a size 12 and a size 8. We've got our pencil to sketch out our drawing. And then of course we have our paper and our water. Today I'm going to be using this Praying Oval 16 watercolor kit. It's super affordable on Amazon, and you can find these materials linked in my description below. And that's what I love about watercolor, is that we just don't have too many materials to worry about. So let's go ahead and start off with our sketch, and I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. So for this drink, I want to do a mug with whipped cream on top. So we're just gonna do the top of the mug first, and you can do this by doing just an oval, just like that. And I'm doing this above the halfway point. I try to make my painting take up as much room as possible on my piece of paper. So we're going to take this just about an inch maybe from the bottom, and let's do a semicircle. Then we can start connecting those lines on the mug. Just bring that down. So my thought is that this will be a clear mug so that we can see the coffee drink inside. So to make it look like that, we're just going to do a second semicircle. And just make a second line closely to the one we already did. And lastly, we're just basically outlining where we already sketched. Let's go ahead and make our handle. And I'm just going to do that by adding semicircle here. Basically, this painting is made up of a lot of circles, semicircles, ovals, just breaking it down in easier terms to help you sketch that. And then for our whipped cream on top, we're just going to make a little point up at the top and make a little squiggle. I don't know how to describe it. Just some little lines that show the whipped cream. Just like that. And you can always pause the video if you need to take a little bit longer on your sketch. And then I'm going to do a little bit of cinnamon sticks in here as well. So we're just going to make a straight line up and go back down here. Just like that. Make a little double line. Okay, I am happy with how my sketch looks. So again, you can pause the video if you need to, but we can go ahead and jump into our painting. So let's go ahead and grab our larger brush here. And what I'm going to do is actually start with our outside of the mug first. So I want, again, this is going to be a clear mug, so I want it to really be a light color. So I'm taking white, maybe a little bit of purple or blue, just to make it a little off-white. And once you have a color, you can just go ahead and start lining that outside area. Just like this. It doesn't have to be right inside the lines. If you go out of it a little bit or into your mug, that's totally fine. Just want to be slightly different than the color of the paper. So once you have that, let's go ahead and jump into our coffee in the center. So I want it to look like a latte. So I'm going to start off with a really light brown color. Take some orange and brown, a little bit of white. Start off really light here. So let's go ahead and go over the entire area. Now, we don't want it to bleed too much into our glass that we just painted the off-white color to. So you need to leave a little bit of space, you can, or you can wait for that to dry completely. Now that we have just a very base color, I'm going to now start going in with some darker browns and orange. Slowly build up that color. Now I'm going to take this from the top to make it look like the coffee is like blending down. And keep that bottom part really light. Kind of wiping off. It got into a little bit of my glass, so just wiping that if you need to. I love how the paint just blends though. Once the paint is wet, it really is going to make it look like it's that coffee blending in. And then I'm actually going to take my smaller brush here and continue going in with darker brown colors. So I'm going to take brown and purple. Let's add that in again at the top. I love a good fall drink. Brings all the coziness with it. I've already had my first pumpkin spice latte of the year. Let me know what your favorite fall drink is for the season. Now you can just go around those edges of the glass again with the darker color. I'm going to just take the color that's on my brush and use that to make those lines. And then you can go ahead and take maybe a purple, a little bit of black. Oh, it's way too much black. You can always clear off your brush by dipping it in the water. Putting more color on it. And I'm also going to outline the glass again that we created. Go on the bottom here. Outside. I mentioned in my other fall video, I have already decorated my home for fall, and those decorations will stay up until Halloween, and the day after that is when I will pull out all of my Christmas decor. Just love to decorate for the holidays. Okay, let's go ahead and do our little brown color at the top here to be around our whipped cream. So I'm just leaving a little line here for the top of the mug, and I'm staying below where we sketched out our whipped cream to be. So you can add in however much you need. And then I'm just going to take a light off-white color again. So just taking white, maybe a little bit of purple, and we're just gonna start to add that in on the whipped cream, leaving some areas white. So I'm just going on those lines that we sketched here, just to define it a little bit. Otherwise, it might be hard to tell what it is. Then again, I'm just going to take maybe a little bit brown and add that in just maybe at the bottom of our whipped cream. let's go ahead and take a brown. And maybe an orange. We're just gonna do our cinnamon sticks here. So let's go ahead and paint in the lines that we sketched out here. And I'm just gonna leave like the thinnest white line between the sticks that we drew. That'll kind of show that there are two there, if that makes sense. And let's go ahead and just take that darker color, and I'm just going to add that to the left side and bottom of the cinnamon stick. A little bit of definition. I really love doing these short fall paintings. I think that they're just really relaxing to do. You can do it while you're watching Gilmore Girls or whatever your favorite fall TV show is. That's always my go-to. Taking a little bit more of a darker color to define under our whipped cream some more. And then let's go ahead. And now I'm happy with how our coffee looks. So you can leave it like this if you want, or you can add a little bit of a background, which I like to do with some of my smaller paintings. So basically I'm just gonna take an off-white. I'll take white, maybe a little bit of red here, brown. And I'm just going to go around our painting with this color. Maybe add in a little bit of purple in there. I think it just always adds a little bit of extra to the painting. So totally optional. You can just omit this part if you don't want to do it. Square does not have to be perfect. Just go over best you can. Now the very last thing I think I want to do with this painting is add a little bit of dots to be cinnamon on our whipped cream. I think I'll just add a little something extra. So what you can do is just take the thin brush that you have, go ahead and get like a dark brown here. And I'm just going to take my thin brush and start dotting very sporadically at the top of our coffee. You can add smaller dots or bigger dots towards the bottom. I think it just adds a little bit to make it look like there's some cinnamon sprinkled on top. And we're all finished with our cozy drink painting. I hope you all enjoyed this video and walk away with a beautiful painting to help decorate your home for fall. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to continue learning how to paint, and I'll be sure to make a tutorial on that. And as always, you can find me on social media at Watercolor with Emily. I'd love to hear from you. And go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel to continue learning watercolor with me. Until we paint again next time.